Now, Reverend Father Dr. Paul Agbuza, a doctor of mathematics, finance, and former lecturer, says Ghana's COVID-19 cases will be devastating in the coming weeks. According to him, based on a compartmental module with four quadrant analysis, there will be a spike in COVID-19 related death from June 24 before it begins to stabilize by June 7th. He has more to tell us, and then we will be going to him shortly on the phone lines about this module to see what exactly this means. Thanks so much for your time this afternoon, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hi, Doctor. This is a bit technical. You are estimating that the Cedi to dollar rate will also remain stable due to less foreign exchange activities in terms of imports. What is this compartmental module all about? Can you explain to us?
Pardon me, I couldn't get you clearly.
Right. I was asking that based on what your module, you estimated that the Cedi to dollar rate will remain stable due to less foreign exchange activities and then also imports. Now, you're using a compartmental module. What is this module about?
It is the model normally used by epidemiologists, especially to model the evolution of various compartments or various segments of the society. And in this model, we have four segments. The susceptible, that is those who are likely to get infected. The infective, that's those who have been infected already. The dead, and then those who have recovered. Now, from my model, which is the deterministic model and has some weaknesses in a way, I projected that the peak should be around July the 3rd, and that the deaths will also peak from June 24th up to July the 8th, and after that, everything else should be normal, should be linear, that there will be no more up and down movement or rate of growth anymore.
So this compartmental module, what signals did you pick on the ground to suggest that we'll be having this death rate slowing down by June 7 as you predicted? I just want to understand how you arrived.
Yes, the epidemiologists have developed this model, and so for each situation, each country has the ability to locate it, to describe its situation. Now, I have just used the data that has been provided by Ghana Health Service from Ghana, the various rates of growth for the infective and all that, and that's what has put into the model to build it. So, in my estimation, it is a good model because it follows what epidemiologists have always recommended.
We have Dr. back on the line. We have been speaking to a doctor of mathematics, finance, and according to him, based on a compartmental model with four quadrant analysis, there will be a spike in COVID-19 related deaths from June 24 before it begins to stabilize by July 7th. He also estimated that the Cedi to dollar rate will remain stable due to the less foreign exchange activities in terms of import. Doctor, are you back on the line? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah, sorry for the loss there, but I was asking you earlier, I wanted to understand how you arrived at this analysis, the death rate and the impact it's supposed to have on our economy.
Yes, I have already made a model for Ghana's exchange rate, which is part of my PhD thesis, and I've presented papers also on other things like the forward rate. Now, I just juxtapose this to what is happening now, and I discovered that because of the fear of the disease, contracting the disease, much business activity is not going on. So therefore, the Cedi has not been what do you call it? There's no much pressure on the Cedi as we would in normal times. The only time that the Cedi would have pressure, or the only reason for which the Cedi will have pressure, will be what the banks do. Now the forward rate, the forward trading that they do, which is controlled by the Bank of Ghana. There also, because the Bank of Ghana sets the ceiling for the amount of money that the banks can buy, it certainly would not drive the rate higher as one would have expected if things were normal. And
right. So we've been talking about, right, Doctor, we've been talking about long-term plans for the country so that we don't have to feel the impact of the coronavirus on the economy. For how long do you think that the Cedi can hold for it to start rising against major trading currencies?
Yeah, it's likely that as soon as the COVID stabilizes and business activity becomes brief, especially when the borders are open, and our people can now travel to China and the other countries to do trading, then certainly there will be pressure on the Cedi.
And so we have the borders open now. But you also agree with me that we have cargoes coming in, and so there's some sort of trading also ongoing because goods are still coming into the country. It's just human traffic that borders are closed to. So why would the Cedi not react to these? Because we're still buying from elsewhere. Because the volume of trading has not been so brief, has not been as high as in normal times. And besides, the rest of the international community is not trading as briskly as they would if things were in normal times. So the COVID has actually allowed every other economy to remain stagnant as it is, and so it affects also our economy. All right, Reverend Father Dr. Paul Agboza is a doctor of mathematics, finance, and he's been speaking to us about the COVID-19 related cases and the impact that it is going to have on our Cedi's performance. And that's how we wrap up today.